Don't you hate it when you're recording a video for 7 minutes and realise that it's on pause? Okay, take 2. Hi everybody, Scott here from the Introvert Power channel. In this video I'm going to provide a simple 2-step strategy to help thinkers deal with feelings. So if you've been watching my channel of recent times, you would have seen 2 videos where I talked about thinking and feeling. Those videos would be could be potentially helpful to people, to thinkers that sense that just for whatever reason at this moment in time as they're watching this video, there might be something in what I'm talking about in this video. So the 2-step strategy essentially is the first strategy is the strategy that thinkers do naturally. So it's that ability to put aside emotions and feelings when faced with a situation in order to stay in their rational mind and make good decisions. So that's a given, that's natural, and that's what they're very, very good at. Where it gets complicated is when a thinker is doing that and an emotion or a feeling within themselves is not going away. What that could look like is where they're faced with a situation and there's a fear that they're experiencing and they're not able to put that fear to one side. It's like it's greater than their ability to put to one side. And the danger, I think, for thinkers in that is because for the most part they find emotions very unhelpful, problematic, that they could deny its existence. It's like, okay, I can't put it to one side, so I'm going to pretend like I don't have it. I'm going to deny its existence. I'm going to shove it down. And the ironic thing about that is that will then end up controlling their thought process. The moment it's denied or shut down, then it's going to influence their process. That's different to if they're aware of a fear, they know what the fear's about, and they're putting it to one side and staying sort of conscious and present and dealing with the situation. So step 1 is doing what comes naturally. When that doesn't work and the feeling's persistent, instead of denying it or shoving it down, the second strategy is to go away and actually welcome and sit with the feeling, which doesn't come naturally for a thinker. That seems very counterintuitive. It could even be a resistance to doing that, but it's only to do it with emotions, feelings that are not going away. So the person could be aware of a fear, it's not going away, and it can be one of 2 things happening with that fear. There could be a whole range of things, but 2 main ones. One is that fear could be triggered from an historical event. So something happened in childhood that caused a person to feel the fear, this person to feel afraid, and it not being a successful outcome. And then something in their world today is causing a similar fear. So something sort of triggered that historical fear, and then it starts to influence them. So it could be an historical fear that's being triggered in the present, or it could be a more immediate issue in the sense of there's a real threat going on in their situation. Let's say it's in the workplace, and there's threat of losing their job, somebody's trying to cause trouble for them, or that sort of thing. Or in relationship where there's a threat or a sign that the relationship could end. I think for the most part that sort of fear is not going to be suppressed as much as a fear that's being triggered from an historical childhood experience. So it's more likely going to be this fear, or whatever it is most likely going to be from childhood that's being triggered in the present. The problematic one is what I'm referring to, the one that is more likely to be suppressed after they're unable to successfully put it to one side. And so the process from there is to, in a sense, do a feeling process with it, which is not going to come naturally. But I'm only suggesting to do it with those emotions that are a bit more persistent and not going away. So sort of trying to appeal to a thinker's logic would be to say, if the emotion's not going away, suppressing it will not resolve it. In fact, it will actually influence you unconsciously. So better to go away and feel that feeling, to try to get to the bottom of it so that it doesn't unconsciously impact on decision making and it can be resolved. And if that is needed to happen, the other two videos that I've made, I think, can provide some tools and strategies and insights into how to address those sorts of feelings. And I'll leave those links here and here for you to click on if you find yourself in this situation where there is as a thinker, there's an emotion that's persistent or being triggered that's not going away. Best to acknowledge that it's there, see that it's actually not unhelpful to feel it, because if you don't feel it, it won't go away, and go do a strategy to help get to the bottom of that emotion, to address it, so that you can continue to do what does come naturally, which is to face situations and put the emotional content to one side so that you can address the issue. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful. Feel free to visit my website, scottericmorgan.com, and I'll see you in another video.